Now we see forward chaining algorithm, which is a simple reasoning algorithm. So this is the algorithm where we are finding whether this knowledge base KB enters the symbol Q. And what do you mean by entailment? So alpha enters beta if and only if in every possible model, if alpha is true, beta should be true. Then we can say that alpha enters beta. Okay, so here we have algorithm to find whether a symbol Q is entailed by this knowledge base KB. Okay, so it either returns true or false. So this is the forward chaining algorithm for propositional logic. So this is one of the example. So we have this knowledge base. Okay, now let us run this algorithm on this example. So our KV is the knowledge base. So basically a knowledge base is a set of statements. So it will be a set of statements or well formed formulas. Then Q is the query. It will be a symbol. So for example, in this example, let us consider our Q is capital Q. Now where we are finding whether this KB is entailing a symbol Q. Okay. Then a count is a table where count C is the number of symbols in C's premise. What do you mean by C? C is a clause. Okay. So it is a table. So let us form a table, count table for this knowledge base. Okay. So P implies Q. And what do you mean by premises and conclusion? So in an implication, the symbols which are on the left side of the implication symbol are the premises and this is the conclusion. Okay, so count table is storing the number of symbols in the C's premise. So the count value for this statement will be 1. Okay, there is one symbol okay in the premise of this implication. The next L implies P. Now we have two symbols, so its count will be 2. Then B and L 2. Then A or P implies L 2. 2. This is our count table. Next variable is inferred table. Okay, so now inferred, now here S stands for symbol, initially falls for all symbols. So how many symbols are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let us draw the table inferred. So we have A variable, B, L, M, P, and lastly Q, and they all are initialized to false. Okay, so this is inferred table. Then next we have agenda, a queue of symbol, initially symbols known to be true in KB. Okay, so now we have known facts in terms of A and B. Okay, so those will be in agenda queue. Okay, so let us maintain that agenda queue. So agenda, it is a queue. So initially A and B are inserted in agenda queue. Okay, so now all the variables are initialized. Now let us start with the algorithm. So while agenda is not empty, so our agenda queue is not empty, then form agenda. So first element will be deleted from the agenda, that is P. Okay, so now you have to maintain P variable. So now A will be popped. So status of agent is this one. So B will be there. So P is having A. Okay, the element which is popped, we got it in P. Now whether P equals to Q, whether A equals to Q, no, then continue. Otherwise we would have written true. Okay. Then inferred P equals to false. So inferred P's value is A. Inferred A is false. Then make it true. If it is false, then make it true. Then for each clause C in KB where P is in the premises. Okay. So what is P? What is A? Okay. So for each clause where A is in the premises. So for this clause, these two clauses, A is in the premises of the clauses. we have to decrement the count for those clauses. Okay, so we have a in the premises for these two clauses, so we have to decrement it. Okay, then if the count of that particular clause becomes 0, then we have to add its conclusion in the agenda. Okay, still we don't have count as 0, so we will continue. Then next one, while agenda is not empty, our agenda is not empty, then continue. Then element is pop. Okay, so now we will have empty queue. Okay, and p is now b. Then whether b equals to q, no, then return, otherwise return true. If inferred b is false, then make it true. Then for each clause where b is in premises, okay, you decrement the count. So b is premises for this clause, then b is in the premises for this clause, so it will become 0. If the count of particular clause becomes 0, then add its conclusion in agenda. Okay, so conclusion of this clause is L, so we have to add that in our queue, that is L. Okay, next, why agenda is not empty? Okay, now it is not empty, you have to pop its element. Okay, so L is pop, so that is caught in P. Next, if, okay, so if P equals to Q, L equals to Q, no, then invert P, P's value is L, invert L become true. Then for each clause where L is in the premises, okay, you decrement the count. Okay, so L is in the premises, you decrement the count. L is in the premises, you decrement the count. Okay, the next one, if count becomes 0, add the conclusion in agenda queue. So for this, okay, it becomes 0, so you add its conclusion in agenda queue. So L was deleted, so M is now inserted in that. Okay, then again agenda is not empty, it is not empty. Then pop the agenda. Okay, pop the element from the agenda, so M is pop, so that is caught in P. Okay, the next one, whether M equals to Q, no, then inferred M becomes false. Sorry, it is false, so it becomes true. Then for each clause where M is in the premises, okay, so you decrement the count, so 0, then that's it, right? Then we have to add, if the count becomes 0, we have to add its conclusion in the agenda. So P will be added in the agenda. Okay, the next one, agenda is empty, no, then P, okay, P is pop, it is caught in small p, so small p will become capital P. Capital P equals to capital Q, no, okay, then inferred P, P's value is capital P, okay, it is false, so you make it true. Then for each clause where P is in the premises, okay, so for this we have P in the premises, and for this also we have, okay, then we have to add their conclusion in agenda. Okay, so Q and L are added, so P was deleted, Q and L was inserted. Then again agenda is not empty, then you pop, so Q is pop, okay, then P's value is capital Q, Q's value is capital Q, capital Q equals to capital Q, return true. Okay, that means this knowledge base entails capital Q. Okay, so for example, if you consider negation of Q, okay, so ultimately this condition will not be satisfied and you return false. So this is forward chaining algorithm. So now this is and or graph for this particular knowledge base. Okay, so now here you can see this R, small r, represent conjunction. Okay, so A and B represented by this R, and this A and B implies L. Okay, So this is how we are representing this knowledge base, these statements in the form of and or graph. Okay. Now these are the stages in the forward chaining algorithm. So these numbers represent the count table. Okay. For this implication, there are two symbols in the premises A and B. Okay. For this P implies Q, we have only one symbol in the premises. Okay. Now this circle represent the status of the agenda queue. Now A and B are in the agenda queue. Okay. Next, so then we process with a symbol A. Okay. So now we have to decrement its count, right? So A is involved in two implications. These two, then count is decremented. Okay. Then agenda is B is there in agenda, then B is removed. Okay. Now we have to decrement its count, right? So B is involved in two implications, this one and this one. Its count is decremented. 1 becomes 0, 2 became 1. Now as the count becomes 0 for this implication, that its conclusion is added. So circle. Okay. So L is circled. Okay. The next one. Now L is processed. Okay. It is involved into implications. Okay. Its value is decremented. Now M, the count for this implication becomes 0. So M is added. So it is circled. Then M is processed. Then P is added in the agenda, it is circled. Okay, ultimately we will reach to Q. Okay, so this is the working of forward chaining algorithm.